Fraser McGrogan, the Executive Director of the Greater Utica Chamber of Commerce. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of our Leveling Up podcast. So if you're just tuning in for the first time, we have so many great episodes of Leveling Up, and we hope that you'll take a minute to go over to greateruticachamber.org. You can see all the past episodes on there. We have over 50 different episodes that we have done in the shorter format since the pandemic really started hitting our area. And all of those episodes are designed to make sure that you know what's going on with all of our area businesses and organizations. So please go over to the website and check them out. You also can get them on any place you listen to podcasts. So Spotify, Stitcher, Google or Apple Podcasts. Just go on and make sure you subscribe to the show. And that way you will get automatically notified whenever there's a new episode of Leveling Up. And it's just a great way, again, for you to stay in touch with everybody in the area. And, whether you're cooking dinner, taking a walk, or, maybe you're outside cleaning up your yard before it gets snowy out here, just throw them on your podcast app and stay in touch with us and make sure that you know how you can support all of our area businesses and organizations. And that's really the name of the game and what we try to do here on the show. So today we have a little bit different of a twist on the show. So for the next couple weeks leading up to an event that we are hosting on December 15th, we will be featuring all of our finalists for the 2020 Business of the Year Awards. So we have 15 finalists, and we're going to be featuring one category per week leading up to that event. And again, that's on Tuesday, December 15th. It's going to be airing from 7 to 8 p.m. on CBS-Utica. And if you don't have cable, don't sweat about it. We will also be streaming it online so you can make sure that you can tune into the show. So it'll be a 1-hour special again. You'll get to know all these finalists again. And then we'll also unveil the winners of the Business of the Year Awards on that show. So mark your calendars and make sure you join us. But for today, I'm really excited about the guest that I have with me, Joann Fornino. Joann is here with Casa Imports. Joann, it's so good to see you.
Great to see you. Thank you so much for having me.
So, Joann, we should mention too, with Casa Imports and your membership, you're also very involved in our membership council. So some folks might have seen you out at our ribbon cuttings for the chamber because you're an ambassador with that council.
Yes, it's very exciting. I was very happy to join and get involved.
Yeah,
and a lot of great people.
Yeah. So, Joann, tell us about your position with Casa, and then, talk to us about what Casa does in the community. If nobody's ever heard of Casa Imports, give us the whole, soup to nuts, what you guys do.
All right. Well, right now, actually, I have a few roles going on. Started off in sales. I even did a little bit of payroll, but right now I'm VP of Public Relations. And actually, I even had to put that aside a little bit, believe it or not, because one of our great employees retired in our cash and carry, and I had to go in there and train and do that. So for the last few months, I've been in there, but I have a lot of great people now working in there. So hopefully soon I'll be back to getting out a little more in the community and being able to start taking an active role again in the committees that I'm in. Mm-hmm. Casa Imports. Gosh, there's a lot to say about that. My family started it in 1975. 3 brother-in-laws, honestly, where they're all from Italy or overseas. Each one of them came over to basically New York City. And actually, my dad and my Uncle Phil, they met in high school. My Uncle Phil ended up coming to the Utica area. We did have some family here, and he started a pizzeria with a friend of his. He found out this business, this importing business, which was Bonomo's, was going for sale. So he called up my dad, and he said to my dad, he's like, you want to do this business? It's distributing for pizzerias. Basically, the way that it started off way back when was 7 employees and mozzarella, flour, just your basic things that you need for a pizzeria. Many years later now, we're a full line, but the 3 brother-in-laws, how it worked was they decided yes. And because we all lived in the city, even my aunt and my other uncle, they're like, come to Utica and let's live here and we're going to start this together. So the 3 of them started their partnership. Each one of them played a role with being one of the 7 employees. One took care of buying the ingredients. the other one, which was on the road making the sales, and the other one took care of all of the distributing. Mm-hmm. So, and we started out on Mohawk Street, actually. Few years had gone by, and we ended up purchasing the building on 1301 Broad Street. From there, we definitely blossomed. I mean, today we have over 150 employees. We go to, which the funny part is, I thought we only went to 5 states. I found out the other day we went to 7 because we touch on a couple of them, but Utica is our home base. So everything out of Utica ends up going out from our area, and then we either go to Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Vermont. I believe we touch on Maine, Connecticut, if I just said that or not, but there's definitely a few of them, which is awesome. And people are like, really? Those drivers end up staying overnight, the truck's loaded, and they end up coming back, along with Casa Imports to help us grow. Because like I said, we first started out just doing pizzeria for pizzerias. Mm-hmm. We wanted to be an importer. We wanted to be a full line. So along with that, we ended up buying some businesses to help us grow. Mm-hmm. So we have a business that's called Atlantic International. Basically, they purchase from us, but they distribute nationwide. Mm-hmm. So we have common carriers or other distributors that purchase our product and then distribute throughout the U.S. We have, I don't know if you knew that or not, but.
No, did not know that. That's really cool.
Yeah. We have restaurant equipment, which that was a few years back that we started that, but we started out in the New Hartford Shopping Center. Just recently, we now moved and relocated to Casa. They're down the building. They're attached to our building, but it's going to be probably another month or so, or maybe within the month that we're going to open up. Right now, they're still helping out the customers and taking calls, but we moved the whole entire store there. It was just much easier because, believe it or not, we picked up. So everything is in our warehouse. So it was a pain to always go back and forth to deliver to New Hartford. So now it is right there in our building. So we do that. We have a produce company, Karam's Produce. So now every day, if somebody needs produce, we have that. Diva Farms, which is a garlic company, and we actually process it right there at Casa Imports.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if you knew that or not.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yes. We also have Dolce, which is a cookies, all of our cookies and desserts and things that
Yeah.
Now, one of the big things that we, as Bellissimo Foods, we bought into a buying group, which also helps us, one, buy better because we're a team together to purchase, and to help make contacts out throughout the U.S.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's pretty exciting. Like I said, we started out with 7 employees. We have over 150 employees now.
Wow.
We have a whole fleet of trucks. So with the employees and everything, it is pretty fascinating. And luckily, every day we're growing and figuring out another way. There really isn't anything at Casa now that we don't carry. Mm-hmm. Like I said, we started out, we import. So a lot of our product we do get from overseas, our cheeses and meats and things like that. And then we distribute everywhere. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I know I've been to the cash and carry store too, which is great. That if people don't know, they can go down and purchase items through the cash and carry, which is cool.
Yes, like I said, so that's been fun for me.
Yeah.
It's a learning experience, but I love to see not only our customers come in, but people off the street come in. So that's been actually a lot of fun. We don't have a big store per se. We have a few things that are out there. But if somebody wants something, they could either come in, we can just get it out of our warehouse. They can call our customer service. And we could also, pick the product and put it right through the window.
Yeah.
So it's pretty fun.
Yeah. And one of the things that I was looking for that I didn't know where to get was that 00 flour. If anybody's a pizza making connoisseur, like my husband and myself, you can get the 00 flour through the Casa Imports cash and carry.
Ask Megan for her recipe. It came out fabulous.
Yeah, right. We got one of those, I'll just kind of sidebar to tell people if you don't know about this. So they're called Uni pizza ovens, and they hook right up into like a gas grill thing, and it's pretty cool. So that was our summer fun thing that we could do socially distanced in our backyard. So
that's pretty awesome.
So Joann, tell us, is there anything that Casa Imports is particularly proud of, either this year or just in general that you want to share with everybody?
There honestly, well, throughout the years, yes, but particularly this year, I mean, with everything going on in the world, it's been very scary for everybody, I think. But the things that I'm proud of this year with our company, and it is a family-run business, we had 0 layoffs this year, 0 layoffs. And to us, we did anything and everything in our power to make sure that we kept everybody on. And to tell you the honest truth, we actually had to hire people because our sales grew. So we had to hire sales reps. We had to hire more guys in our warehouse, or girls. Yeah. Sorry, we had to hire more people. So we're very fortunate that was able to happen for us this year. Like I said, it's definitely been a scary time for everybody, and our accomplishments have just been amazing. I mean, because of all this going on, our relationship, not only with our vendors, but our customers have grown stronger. Mm-hmm. Luckily, because of our relationship with our vendors, we were able to fill a lot of our products so that way we didn't have to short our customers. Our customers, we teamed up together to help take care of like our accounts receivables. So that way we were able to purchase foods because of everything changing. A lot of things had to be paid up front because everybody was so scared that businesses were going to go out of business and things like that. So I think in all of this, it made all of us stronger, and we bonded and connected and worked together and went forward. So that's definitely been a plus for us this year. And a lot of things that we've done in the community because of everything changing, because we service not only pizzerias, we service restaurants, we service independent markets, we service grocery stores. Fortunately for us, the industry itself for food has gone down. Obviously, because of the restrictions, restaurants weren't able to, they can only have 50% capacity, or at the beginning they were closed. Mm-hmm. A lot of them got smart and creative where they're like, okay, we're going to do takeouts. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Yep. People were afraid to go out, but they still, grocery shop. So luckily for us, we had the retail line for people to go in and purchase what they needed. Mm-hmm. So we were covered on every angle. But on the other hand, because of the economy changing and some of these businesses closing, we did have a lot of product in our warehouse that we were like, okay, now what are we going to do? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So in our heads, we came together and we said, we've always done what we could for our community. Mm-hmm. And honestly, we don't really publicize. We do what we have to do. My family, the guys, the 3 owners are just very old school. They just do what they got to do. They don't need to worry about anything but just taking care of whoever they have to take care of. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But we decided as a family, we were going to do whatever we could to help. We had a overabundance of some stuff that we said, okay, let's team up with some of our United Way or Abraham House or things like that. Let's see what we can do to help the community. So I'm going to give you a list of the few places, if that's okay, so that you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, well, one of the things is Venice Pizzeria. Mm-hmm. Venice Pizzeria, we came together and we said, okay, we knew that they were families struggling. We found out because of staffing agency that they said to us, there really are families that are struggling. There's no jobs out there and whatnot. So Venice said, what is it that we can do? So for 150 families, we donated food. They took a couple days. They made all these boxes up, and then within 3 days, we had families that went to go pick up the product. So that was one of the things we were very proud of in teaming up with them. So that worked out great. Feed the Vets. That was one of our big organizations that we help. I know they moved locations and building, and they said that they were in need because all of a sudden they said, they're not getting the donations that they normally get. I literally would call them up over there, and they would be right over with the trucks, whatever we could do, and that went well. Outreach, Abraham House, our local food banks is another big one that we helped out. Hope House. And then just recently, I'm sure that you saw that United Way, the take and make meal box. Mm-hmm. Over the weekend at the end of October, we put 1,500 boxes together for the Utica area. That was a lot of fun. It really is amazing, Megan, what I have to say about this community. I swear, when we're down, people get together. It is amazing what they do. So 1,500 boxes. They were at Casa. We lined up with an assembly line. We got the boxes together. Saturday, we filled the boxes. Actually, that day we did 3,000 because we did refrigerated and then freezer items. And then Sunday, we went to a location and we were out handing them out. And it was just, the people that came through, I could get choked up, honestly, crying and grateful. And it what a difference, or what it feels like to you to make a difference in the community, to help out when you know that there's people in need.
I know, I'm choked up as you're talking about it. I'm like tearing. I mean, it really is something I think that makes our area so unique. Is I can't think of a time when there has been a downtime where people haven't just rallied behind. It could be an individual, an organization, an entire community. We just show up.
Yeah.
We show up.
Can I just tell you something that just blew my mind that day? Here we are giving somebody food. Do you know that there was a woman in the car? She's like, does United Way take donations? Do you know that she ended up giving United Way money? Here we're giving her food and she ended up turning around and giving us money.
Yeah.
Is it like, does that not just blow your mind? At first, like, I didn't even know how to answer. Like, we're here for you.
Yeah, we're here giving you food. Yeah.
It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. And then the other cool thing, actually, at Casa, our employees on their own decided that they wanted to give out to charities every single month. So what they decided, I forget what it's called. It's Pay Up, Dress Down is what it's called. They must have somewhere. So once a month, they get to dress down and they pay a certain amount of money. And then every month they pick a new charity and they give to them. Is that not cool? I thought
that's so cool. I love that. So, well, you guys should be very proud of all that. I mean, I know that the whole family, all the three, like you said, the three brothers that are involved, you guys have always been extremely giving. Even with Take Out the Virus that we partnered on, and you guys did that for your employees. For those watching who weren't familiar with that campaign, local employers pledged to reimburse their employees for purchasing food locally at restaurants. So they reimburse their employees for ordering takeout to, again, keep those restaurants afloat in the beginning of all this. So you guys should be very proud of everything always, but, you know, especially this, the way that you've shown up for the community in the recent months has been outstanding.
Thank you for mentioning that, because that was one of the things that it was on my list. But yeah, so to me that was great too, because I wanted to show our customers that we were there to help them. So I know a few of them are struggling and some still are, and we keep trying to do what we can to keep them going, because if they keep going, we keep going.
Yeah, exactly. So Joann, you know, so many things again to be proud of. What does it mean to you guys to be finalists for the Business of the Year awards too? I'd imagine that everybody's pretty excited about that as well.
They are. I mean, I can't tell you when I heard that. Actually, my mother ended up getting the email, and she ends up forwarding it to Megan. And then all of a sudden, like, do you know? And I'm like, get out of here. I'm like, that was so cool. Everybody was like hyped up and so super excited. I mean, we're honored, and not only are we honored to be a finalist, but even the other finalists that are in it, to be honored to be right with them. You know, it's an honor. We're blown away and very excited about the whole thing.
Yeah, well, we're so happy for you. And then, you know, tell us, is there anything, you mentioned restaurant equipment moving, is there anything coming up in the future that we should be looking out for, or anything that you want to share with us that Casa is up to?
Well, I know, again, the project that we're working on is United Way. We're going to have another two. I think there's 2 days coming up in 2021 that we're going to also be distributing again. So you can look out for that. One of the things too at the restaurant equipment with them moving, Tony Amodio, which is our manager there, he is putting up, so once a month, he's picking a restaurant. He's having people like on Facebook say like their favorite restaurant. And then he's going to pick one restaurant at the beginning of the month, and 4 people, as long as they make a comment, share, like, or whatever, 4 people are going to win to that restaurant. So we're trying again to keep our restaurants going by doing that. So that's that's right now what we have in the works. Right now, we're just trying to keep everything organized and regroup, and then starting the new year, we'll figure out new focuses. We're definitely always open to teaming up with other organizations to see what we can help. Just because, things seem to be leveled off, they're not, because believe it or not, just because you kind of forget, everybody gets worried at the beginning, things are still happening in our community. So we're still here to help them. So we are definitely open, and I'm sure you'll be seeing us again in the future with some other organization.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you guys, I know you mentioned Restaurant Equipment Supply. They have a Facebook page. Just Casa has a Facebook page as well, right?
Yes, just
Okay.
CasaImports.com, just like Restaurant Equipment Supply.com.
Okay, great. And I know Restaurant Equipment Supply too, we should mention, because I know I've mentioned it to other people before and they didn't know that you could go in. So you can go in and purchase, anything from, baking dishes, to-go containers. You guys have like pretty much anything you could need for your home kitchen. I loved, what I did one year is I went in and bought a lot of the to-go containers for like Thanksgiving leftovers and things like that. Cause you're always like, you have all this food and you're like, oh my God, I forgot containers. So that way you don't have to worry about getting them back or anything too.
Yes, we do carry a lot of small. It's just not commercial. We definitely have small wares and things that you need for your house. Like I said, it's going to be a little bit. They're organizing the store now, but honestly, you could always call them. They said that they had no problem if somebody still walked in. If they were looking for something specific, they can get it for you. They have no problem doing that. But yes, basically anything between your pots and pans, your silverware, any non-food item, they also have that. So
yeah. So for all of your food, restaurant, any type of a need, not just for restaurants, for consumers too. So Joann, anything else you want to tell us about before we wrap up the show today?
Although I just want to say that together, we're going to figure out this new norm. We as a company and as a community, we'll figure this out together, and we will grow together. So, I'm just very excited. I can't thank you enough, Megan, for having us. I can't thank, for us to be nominated. I'm excited for all that. So I'm excited for us to go forward.
Yeah, thank you, Joann. And again, thanks for all your help with the chamber too, and being a volunteer with us. We really appreciate all the time that you put into our organization personally as well. And you guys heard all the ways that Casa Imports is helping our community. So make sure that you go follow them on Facebook. Check out their, what's the website again, Joann?
The website's CasaImports.com.
Okay. And Restaurant Equipment Supply is a separate one, right?
Yep. The Facebook for Casa is facebook.com/CasaImports.com. So, and then Restaurant as Equipment, you just put that right in its place, restaurantequipment.com.
Okay.
The one thing, Megan, that I forgot to say, the one organization that we are a major sponsor of is our youth soccer club. You ever hear of Coliseum Soccer Club?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's also one of the big things. I don't ever want to forget. I know out in the world, there's, the restaurants and stuff like that, but we are really big into our youth soccer, Coliseum Soccer Club, and we are the major sponsor. We have 350 kids in that organization. Wow. So that's something too. We also have a page on that, and we do Little Kickers program right up until 18, 19 years old.
Oh, that's awesome. I did not know that. That's really cool.
We even have a summer league for the old timers. If they want to play and kick, they just don't run as fast, so they don't pull any muscles and stuff. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I said that, because I know we always gear it towards that, but we're also really big and care about our kids in this community as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you said you have stuff about that on your website too?
Yeah, well, not on Casa. It's just Coliseum.com, ColiseumSC.com.
Okay, so you guys can go check that out too, all those soccer fans. I know we have a lot of soccer players in our area too. So you guys heard everything about Casa from Joann. Again, make sure you go out on the website, Facebook, check out everything that they have to offer. Give them a like, follow them, and make sure that you stay in touch. The great things they're doing in the community. And who knows, there might be an opportunity for you to partner with them if you're an organization as well. So go on and check them out. And again, save that date. Tuesday, December 15th from 7 to 8 p.m. on CBS-Utica. We'll also have the show online for you, but a 1-hour special. It's going to be a great 1 hour. I promise you, you will leave that hour feeling great about our community. These businesses, it's now more important than ever to celebrate them, to support them. And this is just a great way to do that. Again, the name of the game here for the chamber is to make sure that all of our businesses stay open, stay doing well. And so this is just a way that we can bring all the good news about their business to our community. So we hope you'll join us on Tuesday, December 15th, again, 7 to 8 p.m., CBS Utica, online as well. And from now until then, make sure you go check out all of our episodes and learn about our 15 finalists who are really the top of our business community. And we celebrate them and congratulate them. And Joann, good luck to Casa Imports. And we wish you the best of luck for the remainder of 2020 and hopefully a little bit less eventful and great 2021, right?
I agree. Same to you. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks.